Hello family, welcome back to TerrasTake. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you've decided to stop by. This is our Mass Monday. If you are inspired or you enjoy the video, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can come back and spend time with me again. Today we are going to be making this little flip out pocket. It's got a policy closure. I was thinking you could also do magnet. You could also do a button like we did on the design team project where I sewed the button as the closure and you used either elastic or like a ribbon to tie around, to have it go into. But first, here you have your first page. You flip it open and you can use this, of course, with another pocket here, or you can use this as journaling space or just decorative. And then you open it this way and you have a pocket here. You could have 3 pockets here, but the way I've done this is you open it up and you have all this journaling space. Okay, I thought this was kind of cool. So let's get started. So what you're going to need if you want to join in today is you're going to need some 12 by 12 papers, some glue, your bone folder if you have it. If you don't, your scissors. The handles will work just fine. You're going to need, let's see here, some stuff to decorate with, maybe some distress ink. You're going to need, for policy closures, you're going to need like these I've got here punched out, just 1 inch. Or it can be bigger or smaller depending on what you have. I used to make mine with a 1/2 inch because I didn't have a 1 inch punch. And so, yeah, whatever you've got. So I've brought along a selection of papers. Now that first one I used a thicker scrapbook. This is probably either a 200 or a 250 GSM. And it looks great and it's very strong and sturdy, but it's a little thick for folding. So you may want to use a thinner paper. I'm going to try some thinner scrapbook paper and then also a little bit more of a medium thickness, probably like a 180. Now this has been coffee dyed. If you want to not have a white page, you could either, when we're done, if you're like here on this section here, if your background is white, you could glue in some book page. You could do some distressing, all those little things that we do to cover up the fact that we have a stark white background. Now this is a double-sided piece of cardstock or scrapbook paper, so that's probably the optimal, situation. But if not, you can have coffee dye or, like I said, distress or paper glued in. So first of all, we're going to put this on the side that we want to show as our cover, so that our flap on the outside, you're going to want to have that facing down. Now if you have script or you have picture that needs to be upright, you're going to want to make sure that this is upside down away from you. Okay, so when you turn it, that it's right side up, as you can see. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that it's upside down away from you. Okay. All right, now I chose, first of all, one that's just a pattern, so it'd be a little easier for me. And you can determine how big or small you want your pockets. They don't have to be huge. I do want this top part to come down and be equal with the bottom. For me, it's also not wasting paper if I don't have to. So I'm going to have this one, let's see here. I'm going to fold this into thirds, and I want this to be about, I would say about here. Okay, so probably about not even a third of the way up, well, maybe a third. And then this thing, this part can come down over. Now it could be that you want it to come up. That's okay too. I want mine to go down like this. Or do I want to try this one up? It can be either way. I really don't think it matters, because what you're going to end up with, I will say this, you do want to make sure that you have a gap when you open it. See, like this. Okay. So no matter how far down you go or how high or how far down you fold, you're going to want to have. I have a little tiny tear right there. I just noticed. It's weird. Just nick that off. Okay, now we have it like this, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this part in, and I'm just kind of pinching this to hold it together as much as I can. And what I'm wanting to do is make sure that when I come over this way, I don't have this part going over too far, but I want it to have some space to open and close. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. I want to have a little bit of a gap on this next fold. So see how I've got a little bit there? So when I fold this in so that these two ends meet, when I open this, I'm going to have this little bit of a gap right through here so that it's not bumping into this side, okay? And I'm just going to press this down with my bone folder. Okay. And then I see right here I've got a little overage from where it, you know how paper kind of buckles in on itself. It's what I was trying to avoid when I was pinching it. But that can be trimmed right off. Now, here's where we get a little bit tricky. Now, this is where you're going to decide, do you want to glue these down as pockets? Okay, and that would mean each end, and then in the center you would put some glue on your lines here so that it would be closed up like that. Or you're going to leave this part open. So, I mean, this part not glued, just this section glued down. And this part will be able to open and close. I like the idea of having that extra journaling space. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this up, and we're going to, you should have 9 squares, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and trim. And where this line is at right here, okay, I'm going to trim just to the left of it. I mean, I'm still on it, but I don't want there to be any kind of blocking from this side folding up correctly, and I don't want to get stuck and stuff. So I am going to take, and then I'm going to cut that fold just a hair. Okay, and this is probably the fiddliest part, is just making sure. And the only reason I'm doing it on this one is because I noticed on the other one that it was catching just a little bit. So you're just going to take that little part off where there was that tiny little fold. Okay, so now you've got that little bit of gap. Can you see it? Okay. Now we're going to go over here, and this side we're going to go ahead and trim. And the kind of cool thing with this is you can actually utilize these pieces as pockets. If you further pockets, like you could use these pieces to trim down and make a pocket here and make another pocket here. If you wanted to, you could have this open and have a pocket in here, and then this would still be journaling space. You see what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, it's really, really personalized. You can do this however you want. Now this part here, I am going to go ahead and, I'm trying to think, do I want to bring that to where it's just, nah. What I'm going to do is just use my line, and if you open this up and flatten it kind of, then you can follow that line. It's really hard to try and cut evenly on the fold if you're using the fold still folded. Does that make sense? When you open the paper and then you flatten out the line where you folded it, it's much easier to go along that crease and not mess that up. Just have a little teeny there. Now, so we have it to where it folds shut, and this will fold down. Oh, I remember what I did. Aha! I just forgot for a second. I did go below this line just slightly, and here's why. Because when you get over to here and you fold this, okay, there's a slight gap here, so when you fold this down, it won't get caught. Okay, so now we have a little line there. So we'll do another one and I'll show you what I mean. I had just sat down and did the prototype and I forgot to mention that part. Okay, so there's our little overage with this one that I'll probably use for pockets. And I'm going to do one more that's more of a practice before I am going to use the good paper that Pam sent me, 2 of the pieces. So again, I have it coffee dyed. It's not too dark. You can't really tell that it is coffee dyed. And this one does not have, it's, you know, just patterned. So I can put it pretty much any way I want and it's going to be good. Again, we're going to bring this up and bring this one down, and I want this far enough down so that I have that gap. So if you peek in there, you can see you're going to have like a gap between. Okay. All right. Nope, I want that. I think I kind of like mine down even at the bottom. Maybe I should try at least one up a little higher and see how I like it. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I could just open this up and fold it again so it doesn't quite. All right. Now, we're going to make sure that this is over about the same amount. Not quite in thirds, like I said before, because we do want to have that little gap between, so that when it folds down, you'll see again that it's got that space between the folds so that it doesn't get caught. And I did, yeah. So you've got that gap. Okay. All right. All right. And bring that to the edge as even as I can. All right. Now we have over and down. Okay. So again, I'm going to trim this so that it's just past that line. I must have folded that really unevenly because I can tell by looking at it now. That little piece should just pull right out, yeah. Now, like I said on that last one, go below this line so that your flap, closing flap, does not get caught. And then open this one up and use your line instead of trying to cut into the fold. Flatten it back out and just use that as the guide where you cut from. Okay? Almost like a fussy cut on a straight line. That's how I'm trying to use that. Okay. A little tiny piece. Okay. So again, we have our pocket, fold, and a flap. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue this down, and so I can show you how that looks when it's glued. Now that we've cut them a couple of times. All right. So you're just going to glue. Oh, of course, now my glue sticks. It was fine just a minute ago when I used it, not 10 minutes ago. Okay. There we go. All right. Just gonna run a thin line of glue along here and along here. You get your dry wipe. Press before you rub. Okay, so there you have your pocket. You have your journaling flap, or your 2 other pockets, depending on what you decided to do with it. Totally your choice. I'll go ahead and glue this one down too. Okay. All right. These are pretty cute. I think they'll be handy. I love journaling space, you know. I love to create, and especially secret journaling space like this, you know, because you don't expect to open this and find this huge page to write on, you know what I mean? Okay, so there's those 2. Now I'm going to do one with the paper Pam sent me on my Happy Mail. Thank you again, Pamela. So, like I said, if you have faces or you have print or anything, you're going to want to make sure that that part is upside down. Isn't that pretty? So that when you fold this up, it's going to be right side up, okay? So, I think actually, I don't know how I'll feel about it when I do the, let me just, I was just thinking, I think actually I might leave that little gap there instead of just the blunt. I kind of like the way it looks. So again, you're going to fold it about 1/3 up, and then you can leave that however, and like I said, you can do it however you want. Totally up to you. But I kind of like this, about this spot, I think. Seems to be where I'm landing, and I think it looks good. And plus, it makes it big enough so it'll be a nice piece on the page, but not so big that it's overwhelming the page of your journal. Because, I mean, for the most part, at least for me, my journals are usually like, they're like 5.5 wide and, you know, about 7 high. And so, okay. All right. Or no, 5.5 and 8 high. Sorry. All right. So there we go. There's that part. Now, I did think that was easier to... Now, I have these handy lines on this paper. So, I think I might use them for my cheat. That's nice. See? Because I can come up to about just before I get to that line. Should give me enough of a gap. Oh, I like this page. That made it a lot easier for me. So when I fold it... Oh, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe it was too far. Oh, darn. Well, you know what? I think this time I'm going to make it, yeah. I'm going to make it so that when it opens, the writing page is on this side. So this one will be different for me because I was incorrect. I should have pulled that back a little further. So, and I don't want to mess up and have that fold line there. So I will just make this work the opposite direction. You can always fix mistakes. So when I fold it, when they open it, instead of having it open that way, it's going to open that way. Okay? Which is cool. Now I just got to remember to cut it correctly. So that'll be, instead of cutting it from this direction, I'm going to be cutting it from this direction. Okay? And this side will be the side with the pocket. And I'm telling myself that more than you guys, actually. So remember, you're going to leave yourself on this bottom part, you're going to leave yourself a tiny bit on each side of that fold line so that your pocket or your writing spot does not get caught on your pocket. I think I went up a little high. And it's just a hair over each side of your fold line on this part. Okay. All right. there's my pot. Oh no, I did good. Now, on this side, like I said before, we're going to go right below the line, the fold line, which is hard to see on this one. Okay, am I in the right spot? Because I just hate it when you go to open or close something and it keeps getting caught. That's so annoying to me. No, I think I just messed this up. Not like messed it up. I just, right here, I just need to trim that better. I'll fix it after I get this part done. Now, because I can't really barely see, I'm gonna, there we go. That's better. Oh, I'm literally right, just right, on almost on top of that line. So I'm just gonna, okay. All right. It's a tiny bit off. Figures, it's my favorite paper I'm doing today, and I make it just a tiny bit off. Here we go. Can she do this? Yes, she can. She can do this. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to glue in my pocket here. I love, love, love this paper, Pam. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing it with me, hon. I hope I do it all the justice in the world. My goodness, I went through it last night and was freaking out how beautiful it is. I can see why you were so drawn to it. Okay. So there's my pocket. Here's my journaling space. Okay. This closes over, and there is, see where I messed up a little bit? I can see it. My fold is a little bit off. I wonder, can I? Oh, you know what? I think if I just, let's see. It's just going over a little bit. Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just not gonna worry about it because I'm gonna be decorating this anyway. So it's gonna be irrelevant. But look how pretty she's right in the middle there. So there we go. Open, pocket, journal. I really like these. They're fun. They're fun. Okay. Now the next one that Pam gave me is this one. Isn't it pretty? Look at that. It looks like wrapping paper. So cute. I am thinking I want the snowflakes on the outside. So I'm going to put these guys on the inside. And this time I am going to fold it better so that I go the right direction, because I'm right-handed, so I do tend to want things to be to my right. I know it's a silly rule. It's not really a rule, but you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the top. Now, this side is the fun part. I just want to make sure this folds down over this side. And then I have a gap here. I'm going to go about right there, I believe. Okay. So when I bring this over, I can bring it all the way over like I want, and it'll still, see, I shouldn't have followed that line before. I trusted myself on that. See how I am when I measure? I was using that as a measurement. No. It's just hardly ever a good idea for me. I'm just saying, it's true, it's true. All right, so now I have my 9 squares in my pocket section. I'm gonna do my little snip here on the sides of my line. So I think you guys have probably got this down now, and I probably can stop guiding you through the steps. So how is everybody's week going so far? It's Monday. I know we're just starting out. For me, it is Saturday right now. I am, Cordy's home napping. I did my errands today as always, and went to the store and the laundry, you know the drill. Did my thing and got home, folded clothes, put everything away. Yeah. And then I told him when he said he was going to go lay down, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a video. So that's where I am now. Hopefully after this, I am going to, I've got the printer all set up, you guys. And I am going to finally print. The only thing I've printed on it is the test page. I did not do anything else yesterday. I decided to just, and then, check this out, you guys. You know how I got the computer. Okay. So I get the computer and, I love this paper. I probably should have done this the other way so that they could have written like here. I mean, technically they could turn it and write this way, huh? It's up to them. Anyway, but what I was going to say was, so I get the computer, and I know you guys have been hearing me talk about Photoshop and blah, 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 blah. So then I went in, and I had tried GIMP and Krita and, Paint.net and different ones on my other computer, but even those programs did not run correctly on my old computer. So I knew they were good, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do some research. So I did, and what I ended up doing was I bought 2 programs for a lot less money, and they're not rentable, like you know how Photoshop you have to basically rent the license for the year or per month. Well, I went ahead and went in and found a couple of really nice painting programs. I'm going to take a drink of water. Found a couple of really nice painting programs. One is called Revell, and I got Revell 5 Personal. And then you can also get it like business and all that. I got that one, and that's a painting program, and I think you can do drawing too, but mostly it's for painting, and it's got amazing graphics. I mean, just beautiful graphics. Look at how pretty this is. Isn't that adorable? I really like this pocket journal. I like it. It's really cute. So anyway, so I got that one, and I only paid, I paid 40? Yeah, 40 for that. And the license, it's mine lifetime license, and they do the updates. They do updates on it. And you can also get Revel Pro for like, Revel 5 Pro for like $149. And then you can get Revel Pro without the 5 on it. And that's, you can get that for like $99 right now. I think it's on sale. Yeah, so anyway, it just ended up being a really good deal. And then I got Paint Storm, was another highly recommended one. I went in, and what they allowed you to do was download the sample. You download the program, but it, like Revel 5 Pro had their watermark on it. So but you got to use the full program and try it out first. Very cool way to do it. And then I got, I'm just going to do this like I did the pocket, about a third of the way up, and that way I have that gap. Anyway, sorry. And so I downloaded GIMP, because I already knew GIMP was, and they have updated it to the point now, GIMP is almost just shy of being Photoshop. However, it's free. Krita is also free, and it's another really, really good program. So I downloaded both of those, and they work perfect on this computer because it's got enough memory and storage. And then I went ahead and I loaded the Paint Storm for $20. Okay, and then I got the Revel 5 for $40. I did a share on my Facebook. If you are friends with me, I know some of you and I are friends, and if you want to be friends with me, you can just request me and I will respond, but yeah, it's on there, and I have like a link to the Revel or Rebelle. I'm not sure if it's Rebel. It's Rebelle. Rebelle. So, yeah, if you're interested, go on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page, and there's a link there to it because I shared it. It's really, really a good program. So anyway, point being, I go to, we bought me a pen to go along with my computer so I could use it to draw, blah, blah, blah. Well, it wasn't working with the GIMP. So today I found out why. GIMP, you can either use it on your computer screen with your mouse, or you can use it with a drawing pad. So today I ordered, it'll be here tomorrow, I ordered a drawing pad. I am so done spending money on this situation, and I'm just like, no more. Courtney's like, honey, we're saving for a house. We can't keep doing this. I said, I know. So I'm done. But yeah, so now I have, there we go. So now I have the pad coming. So yeah, you guys should be seeing some new DigiKits coming really soon, and I'm probably going to start doing videos to promote them on my channel, which I haven't really done a whole lot. I've used them in projects, but I don't know, I hadn't really thought about it for my, I know that sounds silly, it's my channel, it's my store, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm not just, I hear Tina say that, now I understand what she means. I'm not just here to promote my stuff. But I do need to promote my stuff to let you guys know about it. Otherwise, you don't even know it's there. So I did one I already did one. I haven't finished it out yet to where I can have it on there yet. But it's like a really eclectic, awesome, vibrant backgrounds with lightning strikes. And it's really pretty. It looks like a really grungy type wall and like decorative different stuff, splatters and all this stuff. And then it's got like lightning strikes to it. So yeah, I've got that pulled over into Canva, and I'm getting ready to put my watermarks on it and get that ready for you guys. So hopefully any of you like that kind of thing. Totally away from holiday stuff. I was like, I need to not do something for holiday anymore. So yeah. So here we go. Let's see. This one is more of floral coat. I'm going to do it this way. Because although it's like it's everywhere, it does look like this is the up direction for it. So, okay. Yeah, so that's my fun. I'm really looking forward to getting that tomorrow and using it. And then today, or no, last night, we got back. We went out to eat. We went across the street to a Mexican restaurant that's like right over here by us, and really good food. And we had dinner, and when we got back, there was an Amazon package sitting on our porch. And I looked at Cordy and I go, I promise you, I have no idea what could be coming from Amazon, because there's like always a package on our porch. And he started laughing, and I pick it up, and sure enough, it's to somebody completely different, okay? And so I I said, oh wow, it's our address, but I've never heard of this person, right? So we looked it up, and I called Amazon today, and they said, oh, you know what? It was our mistake in our system. We sent it to the wrong address. We'll fix it and make sure that she gets her purchase, and you just go ahead and keep that one. We'll just send her another one. And I said, oh, I guess they'd rather do it that way than as opposed to just, paying for shipping. So my question to you guys, this sounds like a funny question, but it's the only thing I could think of. This is a really pretty bracelet, and it has the initial K on it, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and glue this up. And so what I want to know is, if your name starts with a K and you're in the audience right now and you hear this, if you are the first person and you're from the U.S., because I can only really afford to ship to the U.S. I'm so sorry for that, but I just really can't afford anything outside of the U.S. I guess Canada as well. So the U.S. and Canada I can ship to. If you are from either the U.S. or Canada, will you please, if you want that bracelet, and let me show it to you. I wasn't going to show it to you. I was going to make it a surprise, but I think it's okay. So this is the box, okay? And it's just a little bracelet, but it's made very well and it's very pretty. Okay, I'll show it to you on. Just slips right on like that. And it's got that pretty little heart with the initial K in the middle. Okay, so if your name begins with a K and you would like to have this bracelet, would you please make a comment? And if the first comment that goes up from a person who wants it with the letter K as their initial, I will send it to you. You just have to private message me your address, and I promise I will not give your address to anyone. It will not go any further than me, and that's it, and I will send it to you. Okay, so let me know. Because I have no K's in my family and I have no one that I can give it to, and it's just going to be sitting there. So yeah, I could sell it in my Etsy shop, but I'd rather give it to one of you guys. So whoever wants it, first come, first serve. And this is going out on Monday, so I guess I will find out Monday morning when I wake up if somebody asked for it. All right, so there's our spot, our journal. I really like the whole idea of having the journal space personally. That's why I keep doing it like that. I like that idea better. Don't forget to leave your little gap right there. Cut it just a little lower than the line, and then you've got your folding space. Okay, what time is it? Okay, I'll do a couple more. Let me see here. I really wanted to do one with this paper. However, I will have to do a book page because this paper is from Hobby Lobby, and I love it so much, but it's white. And then up here, of course, is the price. I do not know why they do this on their paper. I wish they didn't do this. Michael's does Joann's. Yeah, Joann's does like little tags that come right off and it doesn't bother your paper. But no, Hobby Lobby. I love you, Hobby Lobby, but this is annoying. Yeah, this is from the Romantique collection, Estella. So maybe I'll wait on that one because I really don't want to have to do all that. And this one has lines. I'm going to fold this one correctly so that they have, nah, I'll put this on the outside. I like this paper. I think it's cute. Okay, so we're going to do this. Yeah, these turned out to be pretty cute and pretty easy. I wonder if I just fold it. Oh, that's not bad. It's not doing too bad. Let me try it. Watch it. Watch me be like, see, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just trying it because I get tired of opening it up and folding it and all that. I'm being lazy at this point, I think. So, yeah, so if you ever get anything from Amazon, and I read that online too, that more than likely they'll just have you keep it. That's what they did, sure enough. They said, oh, you just keep it. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, on this part here, you could actually also do that little V thing we do where we cut it at an angle, you know. But I kind of wanted it to be as straight as possible because of the writing journaling space. That's why I didn't do it like that. Of course, now I'm just getting crooked here. Okay. Yeah, so I've had a kind of a busy week as far as like technology goes, huh? Hopefully you guys will not be hearing about any technology new. Oh, I just got that. Shoot. Ah. Shoot. Do you see what I did? Look, 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 look. I have a hole. Oh, Pam, look. Pam always jokes with me about how I cut things. It'll be fine. It's going to be glued up anyway, but still. Oh, I'll have to disguise it somehow. Anyway, yeah, hopefully I won't be having any more technology issues for a while. And one of my friends on Facebook asked me, what made you get the Canon over the Epson? And I told her, you know, I've been having so many nightmares with my Epson. I know there's some good ones out there, you know, models. But at this point, I had a workforce, and it was supposedly a really nice one, you know. I know it was used when I got it, and that was probably the issue. But still, I was like, I don't trust myself to choose an Epson now, right now. I'm too close to what I just went through with it. And so when I looked up the HP, I gotta say, I was so excited about the thought of having the Insta Ink program. And then I went online just to be sure. I do a lot of reading of reviews. My husband has got me doing that. And I didn't like what I saw. I don't like where that fold is. I'm going to have to... I didn't like what I saw. The people that use Insta Ink are, a lot of them are not happy. And then, of course, if any of you watch Shabby Dabby Doo Dah, you'll know Tina was having all kinds of issues. And I don't know if it was because she's in the UK and the mail situation over there or what. But I do know she was having issue after issue trying to get a hold of her ink through the HP Insta Ink program. And I gotta tell you, after reading those reviews, it turned me off. I was like, no. Because people were talking about the fact that once you sign up with the program, the ink that they send you, that they went to use it later and it wouldn't work. Like, they were saying it's almost like they hold your printer captive, you know, hostage, and you have to use their program, or, you know, their ink isn't going to work. I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah, I just decided the Canon. And then about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I watched, I went right up on this one. Shoot. Oh man, I folded it over a little too far. I don't have my little gap. It's like right on it. I watched this video, well, I watched multiple videos one day about different printers and what was the best one, because I knew mine was starting to really, oh no, I still have it, cool. I knew mine was really starting to go out, right? Well, I'm going to try that little V thing. Maybe it would be easier if I just did it that way. Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, so I went on, and there was this one video, this lady was reviewing the best printers for crafters. And the one that she showed, that actually did work good. So just maybe save yourself a little bit of grief and just do that little V thing that we do. You see it? There. There. Can you see it okay? All right. Anyway, so yeah, she was reviewing like the 5 top printers for crafters and different budgets. Well, that one was the most expensive, and it was the it's the Canon TS9521C, I believe is the number on it. And she said this is the best, the absolute, like, this is like the premier crafting printer. And I'm thinking, oh, there's no way I'll ever be able to get that. And so it does 12 by 12s. It prints all kinds of card sizes. It's got, I mean, it's got one of the scanners that pulls in, you know, multiple pages. It does back feeding print, you know, for your 12 by 12 and for all these different sizes. It's got like a triplicate. Oh, it's really nice. So I look it up on Amazon, and of course it's on Amazon. It's $499. Now, if you are with our Facebook group, you know I've already said this, but there was no way, and there's no way. I mean, I would have to really be wealthy to pay that kind of money. Okay, I'm just being honest. I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I won't do it. And so I said, well, no way I'll ever get it. So when I finally, you know, was able to invest in the printer the other day, I went to Walmart, looked around. They didn't have any that I wanted. I told my husband, you know what, I'm just going to go on Best Buy like we did with the computer, and I think I'm going to buy there, because then I can get the warranty with the Geek Squad and all that, and, you know. And so he goes, okay. So I did, and I'm going along and I'm shopping. Now, mind you, it's been about 3 weeks since I saw that other one, the Canon. So I was just, you know, kind of going along, and I'm like, oh, you know, la la la. And the one I end up really focusing on is that printer, and I didn't realize it at first. And then I started looking at the picture, and I'm like, and then reading the description of what it does, and I'm like, that looks just like the one that girl promoted on YouTube. So I jumped over onto Amazon, and you know what? Sure enough, I typed in the number of the printer, the TS9051C or whatever, 2C or however you say it. And sure enough, it was that printer. And you know how much I paid for it? And I don't normally say this kind of stuff, but it's such a huge savings. I want you guys to know that in case any of you ever think about getting it, and you're wondering, I'll let you know how it works too once I've started using it. But it went from on there being $499 on Amazon. At Best Buy, it was $229. That is a huge savings. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even believe it. Couldn't even believe it. So yeah, I got it. And that's why. I mean, it had great reviews. There was over it had, I think it was over 1,000 reviews, and it was like at a 4.7 or something like that. I mean, that's really good, right? So yeah, and I went in and I read the reviews. I read the negatives. You know, one lady was complaining because the ink leaked on her when she opened it, and I'm like, okay, she probably pushed it the wrong way, because it specifically tells you when you're opening the ink, do not press on this area, and it, you know, without that tab on there, or it will leak. You know, I mean, so more than likely it was user, you know, it was user error. So but yeah, it turns out that I got a huge savings for it. So yeah, that's why I just don't trust myself to pick the right Epson. And I almost decided to get a toner, a laser printer, because then of course, you know, you just deal with the toner instead of the cartridges. But the toner is like super expensive too. So, you know, I don't know. Okay. So anyway, that's my printer story. But I was just praising the Lord and thanking the Lord for blessing me like that. I you know, it's so true. You know, when you delight yourself in Him, He will give you the desires of your heart. And He knows, because He knows that 3 weeks ago I was like, oh, I wish, but never. That would, you know, I can never get that. You know what I mean? And here I am now. It's sitting here on my shelf, on my table, set up, and I'm so grateful for the things that He has done in my life. I cannot express how grateful I am to Him. So this is the last one I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to go ahead and decorate one. But I got, let's see, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. That's not bad, right? In 48 minutes. Yay! So I am wanting to decorate one of these Christmas ones. Now, let me see here real quick. I'm going to pause just for a second so I can pull out some stuff, because there's things stacked everywhere. I'm a mess. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I pulled out some of our people. I am hoping this week to work diligently on our nativity journal, as long as I can print out the remainder of things and cut them. That is the goal. I have been avoiding it, as let me show you really quick. Those of you who have been with me and know what I'm talking about, you'll know, and those of you who don't, I apologize for this little interlude, but some of us have been talking about this journal for a minute. So as you can see, I have made some progress. This was that tissue paper background I did. So there's that one. And we made this together. We used the other one in our Holly Jolly journal. And then there we have this one with a pocket, a little handmade bow, and then our little envelope, we did that together. We have journaling space. And this one is one we did last week, our mass make from last week. I believe that was our mass make from last week, right? And then this one here, we did these a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I have made some progress, okay? This is from that old book. I took pages out and lined the inside just to give some vintage, you know. And this is one of our little pockets from the bags that we did from Walmart, glued in as a pocket. Yeah, but okay. So yeah, I have made some progress, but not nearly what I'd like to have made so far. So yeah. So these little guys are gonna go here. I went ahead while I had it paused and pulled out, like I said, a few things for, we're gonna just do a little distress here on this. Not a ton, but enough to, this will be glued in, so I'm not worried about that back part. This part here won't need to be done at all, so. I'm going to do some covering up here because this portion is upside down. I'm going to do a little decorating on this, and I'm going to show you what I meant about using the extra pieces as pockets. And let's go ahead and do these edges really quick. I'm kind of contemplating rounding off the corners. You know how I do my little corner rounder on this. I don't know. Let me just think about it for a second. And if you're wondering why I'm sticking this in here, it's to avoid getting this line on this part here. Okay, just if you're new and you don't know what I was doing. If you're not new, sorry for the explanation. You didn't need it. Now this is cut unevenly. I said I was going to fix that, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Just kind of going around and distressing my edges a bit. Doesn't need it a ton. Just getting rid of that white core, you know, that shows through. Edge here too. All right, so now these little guys, let's see now which one was which. I was thinking of doing these on the front and then these little baby girls on this part right here, and it will flip open, and I was thinking of putting a couple of cards. Okay, I'll show you in just a second. Or do I want to put her? She's a little tall. Where was I gonna? I know I was gonna put her somewhere. No, she's good right there. Yeah. And then I was gonna have, well, I'll show you. I'll just do it because we don't have time for me to fiddle faddle. Okay. Always going over. All right. So we're just vintaging these little guys a little bit. Rub that off so it's not super dark on there. And then I wanted them to be here on the front, and I was going to do this ribbon. I'm just kind of talking myself through this because I was thinking it before I came back on camera, and I just want to make sure I don't forget what all I was going to do. So I picked this ribbon because it kind of goes with her hat, how it's like ruffly, you know. Can you see her hat? It kind of ruffles, and So does this ribbon. I'm going to bring this in just a touch closer for you guys. And put this here. And I'm going to kind of squeeze this across because otherwise it leaves that weird kind of line I don't like. Okay. I'm just going to have this hang down just slightly. Come on now. Am I straight? Probably not. All right. Cut that off. Okay, and then these little babies I was going to put right here, and here we go. This little sign says warm winter wishes. And we'll do a little bling around this edge, of course. Get a little gold around our sign. Just kind of makes your little piece stand out so it's not quite so drab. And especially at Christmas time, right? I was wondering how this would look across. I bought this today at Walmart. Oh, I like that. Let's run a little bead of glue here and hopefully it will work and I won't regret this. Don't want to regret it. Down. No, come on now, don't be like that. Just stay. Usually art glitter glue is pretty good about sticking down rope and like baker's twine and that kind of thing. Hoping it doesn't let me down in this case. I bought this in the hair department in case anybody wonders. In Walmart, so technically it's to wrap around your hair, I'm sure, but I just thought, ooh, for the nativity journal that would be like perfect. Now if we can just, see, Mama's not getting it to stick, darn it. Come on, baby, stay down for me. Oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Shoot, now I have that line, so instead I'm going to have to figure something out with that. But I'm going to use this instead. You know, you can always figure something out. For the most part. Just put a little more glue down here. Okay. There we go. What time is it? Okay. There, I still got my gold, just not as thin a line of it. Dang it. Still wanting to live. Stay down. I know you can do this, art glitter. All right. Now, put the children on here. Our little children. Yeah, you heard me. I said children. Okay. That's how my grandma talked. You'd have thought she was a southerner half the time. Okay. Little brother and sister. Yeah, this one will go into the nativity journal. Now, Oh, she was going to be over here. That's right. And I was going to put her with a sign that she could sit on. Okay. I was going to have her, let's see. I was going to do like one of these little signs. Gotta dirty this up a little bit. And where's my bag here? I want one more of these that says something about the Lord. So yeah, I was going to glue these on there. Okay. You can always tell when I'm in a hurry toward the end, huh? I start being like, and I quit talking so much. If I talk, I will get lost in my conversation, and then I will go way over more than I already have. Shucks. This is going to not work for this. You know what? She's going to be up here, I think. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's it, right there. That's where she's going to be. And I will put... Oh, that's what I was going to do. Never mind. I was going to do a little pocket right here. Now I remember. Slow down, Tara. Just calm your horses here. Okay, and then our little girl will sit on there. The reason I wanted those two little girls is because of all the snowflakes. They look kind of like stars. And these two, they almost match. And look at them. They got the little stars. They just look like they go with that one, you know, and they're out of the Christmas set too, so. They're playing little angels in the school play. Okay. All right, she's on there. And now down here, this is where I was going to use this paper. And I was going to make a little pocket. I think this will be short enough. Yep, I'll trim off a little more on the top here. And then bring it in slightly. Nope, a little more. Sorry. That should do the trick. There we go. And so I was going to do a pocket here on the outside of the pocket. So anyway, this is going to be pretty cute, I think. I hope you liked them. I hope you did them with me. And if you did, write me a note and let me know. I'd love to hear and see if you do, if you're on our Facebook group, see how they turned out. I am trying really hard to remember to add the link to our Facebook group, the Etsy shop, the Instagram, all that good stuff in the bottom of the video. I do have it on the About page, in the About section of our main channel page, but I know that not everybody's going in through like the channel, so you don't always see that part. And on these sections here, I was going to go ahead and add more of these little signs. I think I'll just do it like this. And these could even be glued in as little mini pockets as well. actually. But because this part is a, what am I trying to say? Because this part's the journaling part and it opens out, I didn't know if I wanted to put pockets here or not. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I was going to do this one. And I bet you I can find one more for the front of, let's see. Wreath, eggnog, no, those don't really go. Myrrh. Frankincense, Christmas tree, December. Sorry, I'm just going through these ones real quick and seeing what I have. Bethlehem. There we go. That one's nice. Yeah, we'll use Bethlehem. And then we'll use one more of these plain ones here too. Oh, come on. I know I have more of those because I cut out a bunch of them. Huh. Maybe instead, I was going to put one that had, here's one. I was going to put one that had writing on it, but I think these go well together. Okay. I'm over here working too far away from you guys. I apologize for that. Okay. So this one will be those there, and then this last one here with Jesus on it. Okay. All right. I really like these. When I first come up with an idea of my own that I don't take from somebody else, I usually just do it with a, I'm going to do this one here. I do it with, what do you got? That's trimming off, but I'm going to glue it down, so hopefully it won't come up. I do it on a piece of copy paper, my prototype. And so when I first did these, it was about, I don't know, maybe a week ago. And I was like, oh, I don't know if those are good or not, you know, and so I didn't do them. And then this week I thought, I'm going to try them with 12 by 12 because I had tried it on copy paper, like I said, and it just wasn't the same. It wasn't coming out the same, and I did it with the 12 by 12, and I fell in love. I was like, oh, okay, that worked good. Sometimes you just got to, you know, try it with a different size paper and a different cut, and you get what you're looking for, you know what I mean? Okay, am I even here? Pretty much. Pretty much. There we go. And then this one here. Don't glue it on upside down, Tara, because you're hurrying. I'm trying so hard to get this done, and I'm really running over again as usual. Okay. I've had many of you tell me you don't mind when I go over, and I am so humbled by that and grateful that you feel that way because I am a slowpoke. So there's that. And then I just was going to add these two. Okay, where are they? My kids. Here. I was going to put these little gals right here. Okay, but because I am running so far over, I will go ahead and finish this off camera, because I don't want you to have to stay with me any longer than necessary. So you know what I'm saying. So I will go ahead, but they're going to go right here, and I'll probably decorate behind them. But that's our little set. Okay, so you open it this way. See? You have your pocket. Okay, and then you have your journal spot. So I hope you guys enjoyed them and that you give them a try, because they're pretty fun. And actually, you don't even really need a closure. I'm seeing that it's staying closed just fine. Once it's inside the journal, I'm sure it will. But you could also put like a little piece of Velcro here if you wanted to, and up here, however you want to do it, okay? So have a wonderful day. I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless you, and I love you. Bye.